Jain, you are most welcome on my official YouTube channel of Vedanand. Today I am going to discuss you the question answer of political science class 12. The chapter's name is globalization. In the last classes I have discussed the short notes on the NCERT book on the same chapters. Today I will take 10 to 10 minutes. In this time we will discuss question answer of NCERT books only. Okay, so if you find the important notes, you can go through the last video, or if you want to do the question practice, then you will continue with this video. And let's move to the first question of the chapters. These are very interesting topics I have discussed in 4 short. Now for the first question of the topic is, which of the following statements are true about the globalization? Means there are some statements are here and you have to choose which one are true. So first let to the statements. What are the statements are here? There are 4 statements. First statement is globalization is a purely on the economic phenomenon. Second is globalization began in 1991, and the third is globalization is the same thing as westernization, and the last is globalization is multi-dimensional phenomenon. So this is a D is a correct answer. I highlighted it because globalization is a multi-dimensional phenomenon. I have already discussed there in the last video, so I think I should not discuss it here. Now the next question is that which of the statements are true about the impact of globalization? Means there are some impact of the globalization. So what are true? Now the first is globalization has been uneven in its impact on states and societies, and the second statement is globalization has had a uniform impact on all states and societies, and the third is the impact of globalization has been confined to political spheres only, and the globalization inevitably results in culture homogeneity. Means these are the 4 statements. Among these 4 statements, first is a correct answer. I have highlighted it, so you should take this is the first. Globalization has a uneven in its impact on its states and societies. Okay, now third number question is same question is true. You have to find out the true cause, which are the true about the causes of globalization. So first option is state technology as an important cause of globalization. Yes, this is a correct statement. I have highlighted it, so you can look to this statement. You should find this is a correct statement. Second, globalization caused only by the particular community of the people. No, never. It is not caused by the only particular people or community. It is multidimensional, as I have discussed later. And the next is statement, globalization oriented in US. Yes, globalization oriented in US. This is a correct statement as per the NCERT book. The economic interdependence alone causes globalization. No, economy only, not in the interdependence on causes of globalization. Now the next question. Question number 4 is, you have to find about the true statement about the globalization. First statement is globalization is only about movement of commodities. No, globalization is not only the movement of commodities. It is the movement of commodities, labors, and everything. So I have already discussed it. Next, the question is the statement of this question is globalization does not involve a conflict view. Means no, the environment does not. So globalization does not inflict any conflict view. Okay, this is a correct statement. You can take it as a correct. And the next is services are insignificant part of the globalization. No, only services are not. This is a wrong statement, and this is also the wrong first, and this is the wrong statement. Only B is a correct statement, and D. Globalization is about the worldwide interconnectedness. Yes, globalization is a worldwide interconnectedness because all the peoples are connected to each other. So we can say the D is a correct option of this among all these statements. Now the question number 5. Move to the question number 5. Which of the following statements are false about the globalization? You have to find out the false. Which are the false? Okay. See, first is advocates of globalization argue that it will result in greater economic growth. This is a correct statement. Okay, as per the this is correct statement. Here we have to find out the false statement. So in the B statement is critics of globalization argued that it will result in greater economic disparity. Yes, this is a false statement, because it does not argue that it result in a greater economy only, the economic disparity only. Okay, so this is a false statement. As per this question, this is a correct answer. And the next is statement is C number. C number question, C option is advocates of the globalization argued that it will result in a cultural homogeneity. No, only this is not. This is a true statement here, but we have to find out the false. So you have to. This is a correct statement. You should look the question. They are asking about the false. If the question would ask about the true, then this would be the correct answer, and this would be the correct answer. Now next, the critics of globalization argued that it result in the cultural homogeneity. No, cultural homogeneity means this is a false statement, because how I can say you that because it is the argued with the all the aspects of the life, either it would be cultural, economic, and socio-economic, all these things are there. So this is a false statement. As per the question, B and D is a correct answer. Now let's move to the next question. Question number C. What is worldwide interconnectedness and what are its components? See, this is a very important question. So you should look at the question, and if it's possible, you write down the answer in your notebook. Okay. So this is the interconnected. It implies to interlink the world through the free flow of trade and services, technology, ideas, and people across the globe to the extend globalization. Means worldwide interconnectedness is the interconnection of interconnected the world through the free flow of goods, trade, services, and technologies, ideas, and peoples across the world or globe. It is it's called as a worldwide interconnectedness. So we would write it. This is important. You may find out the question in either in sample paper or is in the exam me too. Okay, now let's talk about its component. What are the components of this one? There are three components. First component is capital flow. Means capital flow means you can understand flow of resources through the loan, businesses, investment among the different countries of the world. And the second is trade flow of goods. Means simply there would be the exchange of goods among the countries of the world. Now the next is labor flow, and it refers to the brand trend. I have already discussed in the last videos. Simply what happens, if a person get the knowledge and they go for the better life condition, they leave the country and go to the other capital or other capital states or country for their survival. It is called brand drain. Means simple labor go from the one country to another country for their survival or better life condition. Okay. Now this is and it gives the employment to that person if they go to the other countries. Now next is this is also related to technologies and globalization. Mainly, how has technology contributed to globalization? Means what are the contribution of technologies in globalization? See, now what it is. Technical equipment as cell phones, internets, telephones, and microchips have contributed to globalization by exchanging ideas, capitals, and people to make convenient to move from one place to another place as fast as to stimulate the process of globalization. It means that at present time, as I am taking the classes, I am taking your classes through what? I am taking your classes through online, or I am taking classes from laptop. Anything that means either it is a laptop, computer. I am taking the classes. This is simple. This is a use of technology here. With the help of technology, I can take classes of anywhere. Means if any, you might see you may see that if government organizes any meeting or anything, it is with the help of technology. It creates a mainly it would be the virtual meeting, or but it indicates that there is a globalization. Means simply we can exchange our ideas, peoples, and convenience, and along with this it makes the movement of the people from at present one place to another person with comfortably. Then this is the basic role of technology in globalization. It has broad term technology in term of globalization. Technology plays a vital role, important role in globalization. So you should never neglect this question. So there in a serious exam, but you may give the question in the different question would be on the same topics, but there would be the different the asking pattern of the question may be different. Okay, so you have to simply learn that technology plays a greater role for globalization, either exchanging the ideas and all these things. Okay, now next next number question is critically evaluate the impact of changing role of state in developing countries in light of globalization. Means what are the impact of globalization on the developing countries. Okay, let's look to the point wise I have written. All these are from NCERT book, or I have taken some notes from the source of internet are also there. So you can write down in copy, and it is possible. Globalization reduces the state capacities. It means that the ability of government what to do, what they do. Means simply you can understand that it reduces the state capacities of the government. And next is market becomes the prime concern to set down economy and social priorities. Means market at present time, market is becoming the social as well as economic prime sets concern for all the peoples in the world. Next, third point, it is multinational companies. Means the effects on the decision taken by the government become because their own interest fulfillment also dependent on the government policies. Means first understand what is multinational companies. Means multinational company are those company who have more than branches in more than one countries. Okay, that is multinational company. You may say there is a broad term, but I am in simple. I am saying this multinational company have to follow some the rules and policies of the government of that concerning country where the country is established or the country has its own branches. So this is also a big causes and big critical impact of changing the role of state in developing countries. And the next fourth number is the old welfare state is now giving way to more minimalist states to perform certain core function as maintenance of laws and order and the security. One thing is that old welfare state means you have to go through the past, and it gives the minimal state to perform their some functionality as maintenance of law and order of that country. Now next fifth number is state also withdraws from many of its welfare function taken place at level of economic as social well-being. Means it is also an important topic, you may note down. And the next is to some extent developing countries have received a boost as a result of globalization and become more stronger and powerful due to emergence of new technologies. This is important. You can see with the help of globalization what happens, there are some countries who gets more benefit and they boost their economy. Means their economy is growing on at a fastly with the help of new technologies, because new technology makes their work easier, so that they can get more boost in their economy and also in the labor saving also. Now next question, ninth number question, it is question it what are economic implication of globalization. See, it is important question. I have already discussed it, so you can see the question. Now the how has globalization impacted on India with regards to this particular dimensions. You have to also discuss about the India's role and impact in the globalization. So first we should see the economic impact of globalization on positive impact. Means I have already told you the globalization had both the impact and positive and negative also, but first let's discuss about the positive impact. In positive impact you will simply write down it involves the greater economics flow among the various countries. Means economics flow would be there either by the trade or the capital along with the labors, and it has enhanced the trade in commodity among the country. Means also enhance or increase the trade in commodities, means goods and services among the countries. And the third is the restriction on the import and movement of capital has also been reduced. Means there has been some restriction of the some countries on the globalization, but it also been reduced. Now the fourth one is this has spread internet and computer related service across the national boundaries, means with the help of technology there is no any restriction over the internet and anything else, because there are some countries which have also the barrier over the technologies, but in the maximum countries we can access the data of the other countries with what the country is going on, how there are what are the policies, everything we can go through the internet. Now the next impact is that it is a negative impact. What are the negative impacts of globalization over the economy? See, the economic globalization has created the diverse opinions, means over the world as to benefit only the small section of the society, means in the term of economic globalization it has a diverse, means there are the different opinion of the people over the society among all the countries of the world. Next is it does not have a equality at per the movement of the people across the globe, means in example I am taking, developed country have carefully guarded their boundaries with the visas policy to ensure the job security their own citizen, means in the there is no equality is there. There are some country they are giving the more priority to their own citizen first, thereafter the citizen or come from other countries or other regions in that countries. This is a man because they have some policies are there, so you have to they have to follow the policies of that country. Suppose in example if you go to the other countries, suppose there are the USA, you go USA another country, so you have to you directly cannot go for the job, you have to take the visa for that. So there is some policies under the visas also, you have to follow that one. So this is the second one, and the next is it has created a disparity among the state by making the rich richer and poor poorer. Now what it does mean, it also has disparity among the states, because the rich are becoming richer and poor are becoming poor because they have the different sources of next of the same topics we have taken from the impact of globalization on India. What are the impact of now next impact of globalization on India? What are the impact, basic impact? First is more new jobs has been created in MNCs like cell phones and fast foods, means there are so many jobs open for MNC company in India. It creates the job, it plays a great role in job creation. And second is India is playing a crucial role among the developing countries in trade and commerce by making some companies multinational themselves. Suppose there are some companies of India, some companies are there, they are playing as a role of commerce and multinational companies, and the example of that country is Tata Motor, Ranbaxy, medicine company, and the Tata Motor. These are the India's company, but at present time this is a multinational companies because it has more than one branches over the country in the world. Now the next is foreign direct investment. This is a important foreign direct investment. FDI also has been increased, means FDI has also increased. Now the next is it has invited inflow of private foreign capital and export the oriented activities, means it also invited the flow of private foreign capital along with the oriented activity over export the oriented activity over the world of the country. Now the next question is, do you agree what the argument that the government globalization has lead to the cultural homogeneity? Means question is simple here, means you have to do your own opinion regarding this. So first of all I have taken the point from NCERT. The question is all the answer is the cultural consequences do not assume to lead the cultural homogeneity only, means cultural consequences are not only to assume that it will lead the cultural heterogeneity. All cultural except outside influences all the time, means all the cultural activities and accepted by the people all the times, and some external influences may be negative even to reduce on their own choices. Some external influences enlarge the choices or modify our cultural without overwhelming the tradition. Suppose the burger is not the substitute for the masala dosa, and blue jeans cannot go for the homespins. Khadi kurta is a unique combination by the external influences. These are the some examples I have taken from the book. So this you can write down in the example. It would be better for you if you write down the example in the notebook or your in exam copies. Hence it can be said that globalization does not lead cultural homogeneity only advancement, but it is supportive to promote the cultural outlook and cultural homogeneity too. Means it also play a role of promotion of the goods and services of that country of the world over the world. Now the next question is how has globalization impacted on India, and how is India in turn impacting on globalization? You could go through that. This is a very important question among all these questions we have discussed in detail in the last video. You can go, really you should go, I would suggest you simply you should go that the video also, and you make a simple note, because with that I have written the answer on the basis of that note. See the impact of globalization on India. What are the impact of globalization on India? First of all, I have already discussed is give the multinational company job, and the India is crucial. You have already discussed this in the last question, and this is the impact of globalization in India. I have already discussed it, so there is no need to discuss right now. So you could this is the turn in India. India start in impacting what the India is playing in the role through the responding to 1991 financial crisis. Means there were the financial crisis in 1991 in India. Indian economy is liberalized to attract foreign direct investment. At that time, Indian government liberalized to do the attract the foreign FDI in India. Now the next is India introduced a new trade policies. At that time, India opened a new trade policies to remove the trap and the restriction over the import on import. Means there were some before that 1991 there were some rules were there that was restricted over the import of the country, but after the 1991 the Indian government has make a new trade policy through which it was easy to import the goods and services from the other countries. Now third point is under the industrialist, it abolishes the license system impact exempting few specified industries only. Means what happened at the industrial level, it abolished the license system. License system was exempt the new specified industries only. Means it was abolished. And the next is banking operation by the private sector were permitted to expand their country. Means at that time after 1991 banking operation was expanded in a country via private sectors also. There were some private sectors also involved in the banking system and operation. So till now there are also we had so many private sectors banks are there, and they are also playing an important role. So now the next is to promote globalization, India has adopted an open economies. Means open economies, the globalization has promoted the India to adopt the open economies, the economy of the other countries, they can come and do the trade. And then next with this video I want to say that you should write down this question answer in your notebook. It would really beneficial for you, and if you are new to this channel, never forget to subscribe. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.